In today's video, I am going to show you how to solo the Dark Aether, both tier 4 and tier 5. Before we start the video, I just want to say that the tier 4 zone will give you the one-time use cases and the Elder Sigil. This is going to give you access to the tier 5 zone where you can unlock the plans. I will show you how to do tier 4 first, then I will show you how to do tier 5. Let's go. Step number 1, I'm making this video with the assumption that you've already finished the ritual with the 4 sigils, they are all in place and you have the Dark Aether portal unlocked. Here is just something I wanted to include in the video. Once you spawn the Dark Aether, there is going to be a mega abomination that spawns. You can run away and shoot it off of the little island, it will not attack you, you can go to an ammo cache and finish it off that way. Once you finished off killing that mega abomination, you should have received a sigil. This is going to be a regular one, this is going to allow you into tier 4. You can also get these by completing any tier 3 contract. Now we are going to prepare for the tier 4 strategy. I would highly recommend having Sleight of Hand, Juggernog and PhD Flopper. However, the most important piece of the strategy for me was a bunch of armor plates and a bunch of self-revives in your inventory. For tier 4 you can have either a purple tier 3 pack-a-punched weapon or a legendary tier 2. You won't be needing it that much, just something to get you out of tough situations. Once you're geared up and ready to go, make your way over to the Aether Rift that you just opened up and initiate the teleport to the Dark Aether. Once you're inside, the timer is going to restart and you're going to have a full 30 minutes. Follow the exact path that I take and I will show you the most efficient route you can use. I will also pull up an interactive map at the end of this video, just so you can see exactly where everything is in the Dark Aether. I will speed up certain portions of the video just to save time, but you should still be able to get an idea of the exact path that I take. Once you climb up this ladder, there is going to be an Aether Bunny and this is going to indicate the first of 3 contracts. The strategy really just requires you to run and be as fast as you possibly can. Once you get to this zipline, go ahead and ascend right up it. The second you're at the top, there is going to be the first Aether Extractor. Here you can either use a Tesla Storm field upgrade or you can trigger an Aether Shroud. This should give you enough time to disable the first one completely. Make sure to run away right as it does because it's going to explode. From here, just keep following the path that I take. You're going to climb up this ladder and we're gonna keep high ground the whole way through. Once you make your way over to the second extractor, go ahead and throw a decoy down. This should give you enough time to disable the second one. Keep in mind, special zombies will not get attracted to the decoy, but it shouldn't matter. Once you get the second one down, jump down as fast as you can and follow the exact path that I take to the third one. Once you get to the roof, there is going to be the final extractor with some zombies around it. Use your last decoy grenade and overload the final one. Once the contract is over, go to the reward rift and pick up your rewards. Here, ideally what you're after is an Elder Sigil. However, you can get the case item of the Aether Blade, the Dogbone and the Golden Plate. This is not the permanent unlock, just a one-time use. Now, from the exact same location that you just finished the contract, you're going to jump down and follow the path that I take to this main road. There is going to be a green bus just at this location with a bunny sitting in the front window. Go ahead and pick it up, and this is the second contract, Outlast. This one's by far the easiest in my opinion. Go up this zipline and once you're inside, follow the path inside the building. Once you're inside, go to the PND and if there's zombies around, throw down a decoy. If not, go ahead and activate the PND right away. The strategy for this one is fairly simple. You'll notice that on both sides of this building there are staircases. You'll want to run up one staircase, go to the middle and try to stay as long as you can on top while killing a few zombies in your way. The second you feel like you're about to get overrun by zombies or you can't handle them, simply jump down, make your way over to the opposite staircases and repeat the process. One really useful thing I found out is using this launcher you can actually slow down the zombies. They'll just tumble, there's a big blast radius. It won't kill them, but it's going to slow them down enough for you to get away. Also, if at any moment you do go down, don't worry about it, that's why we have the self-revives, it's bound to happen sooner or later. Once the contract is finished, make your way over to the reward rift. In this case, I was able to get my first Elder Sigil. This is going to give us access to the tier 5 Dark Aether. Now, there is one final contract which is the escort mission, however, if you're playing solo, it is nearly impossible. In the 4th tier of the Dark Aether, you can get all of the items from the first 2 contracts, you don't have to do the escort one at all. Once you're ready to get out of this area, make your way to the rooftop where the final Aether Extractor was in our first contract. On this rooftop in this corner you will find the Aether Rift and you can use this to extract successfully out of the mission. Now, assuming that you've had good luck and you've gotten yourself an Elder Sigil, I am going to show you how to do tier 5. In the 5th tier of the Dark Aether, this is where you'll be able to unlock the schematics for the permanent items. For this attempt, I try to do it with as minimalistic of an approach as I could. I only have 2 perks, Juggernog and Quick Revive. I didn't even use a weapon for this run, and I heavily relied on self-revives and armor plates. Once you're ready, make your way over to the Dark Aether portal, and on the opposite side of it, this is where you're going to use your Elder Sigil. Go ahead and initiate the teleport. Once you're inside the Tier 5 Dark Aether, we are going to be using the exact same strategy that we used in Tier 4. It will be the exact same path. It is basically trying to avoid as much damage as possible, and I must say one thing. The difficulty difference from Tier 4 to Tier 5 is drastic. You'll notice that there is a lot more zombies, they are much quicker, there is a ton of Mega Abominations all around the map. Once you grab the bunny, wait a few seconds, then jump down. This is going to ensure that you can sprint right when you hit the ground, and follow the exact path that I take until we reach the zipline. Once you reach the top, you will see your first Aether Extractor. I threw down a decoy and I attempted to use my Aether Shroud, however, there was no progress on the overload. This sometimes bugs out, so make sure you're close enough where you see the progress bar filling up. In this strategy, I relied heavily on the self-revive, so going down was part of the strategy. If it happens to you, it's totally normal. The blast from the extractor is going to push all of the zombies away. It's going to clear up the path for you. From here, just sprint for your life and up the same path that I do. Once you reach the second extractor, go ahead and throw down a decoy. It won't make too much of a difference, but it's definitely worth it. Go ahead and overload the second one. Once you have the second extractor completed, jump down and make your way over to the third and final one. Follow the same path and you'll have no issues. I would definitely recommend rewinding and watching the path that I take, just so you have it memorized before it's time to perform. Just like in Tier 4, go ahead and overload the third and final one, and you will now have completed the contract. Make your way to the reward rift, and here is where you're going to get the recipes. Once you are ready for the next contract, make your way over to the bus location and pick up the Aether Bunny. For this portion, I would definitely recommend trying to utilize decoy grenades, Casimir devices, monkey bombs, and if you have the grenade launcher that I showed earlier in the Tier 4 portion of this video, I would definitely recommend using it for this part. You will definitely notice that Tier 5 is significantly harder than Tier 4, so you're gonna be going down a lot. For this contract, I got the gold armor plate plans. This is going to be the permanent unlock. For the third and final contract, which is the escort mission, it is nearly impossible to do solo. I've spent countless hours, 2 days straight trying to do it, but I came nowhere close to completing it. One final thing I want to say is that the contracts in Tier 5 are linked to their individual rewards. So the Aether Extractor will give you the dog bone plans, the Outlast mission will give you the golden armor plates, and the escort mission will give you the Aether Blade. I will continue trying to figure out how to complete the escort mission solo, but for now, this is all I can do for you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Peace.